that I don't know if you saw this, hot dog, but it has been announced that Best Buy is looking at plans to completely phase out physical media by first quarter 2024, meaning but within 3 to 4 months, we may not have physical media at Best Buy at all. At all.
We're talking about like Blu-ray players, like Blu-ray discs, like everything physical, even the players itself. Like, how far are we going?
Well,
it's
a big thing. They haven't said anything about the appliances. I would imagine that. I mean, I would think you'd still be able to get a Blu-ray player, but if they've lost confidence in the platform, maybe not. I don't know. They're saying that like DVDs, Blu-ray, 4K, UHD, all of it gone.
There's only a few of us holding down the fort.
Yeah, I mean, I got lots of physical media myself, but and look, I mean, as much as most people would say, who's popping discs in anyway? Like, I literally looked at Travis's Instagram stories, and he's bragging about getting Spider-Man, and he's got a hard copy of it, and I'm like, what are you, an asshole? Like, you're
that one. I'm a staunch physical media guy.
Yeah.
I don't do physical
not
CDs for games.
Not games. No. I mean, it's on your account. Like, because then they go like, well, what happens if Sony just deletes your account? Then I probably won't be able to use my PlayStation.
We have bigger issues at hand if they decide to do that.
Right. Exactly. It would be so. Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Like I like physical media, but not for video games. It's like, what are we doing here, guy?
If you're getting better quality, yes.
Or if you're worried about having access to it, right? Like, there are movies that have disappeared from streaming services. There are movies that have disappeared from the Apple Store. Like, 100% you're right. You can get better quality. But also, for me, most of my stuff are, leaning way more obscure. Like, stuff that I literally have dozens and dozens of Blu-rays and 4K movies that you would never find on a streaming service.
And not just pulling it from like streaming sites, but also editing it.
Yes.
That's going to be a bigger thing.
Disney. Yes. Iger. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Editing it. Remember when The Simpsons came out on Disney Plus? They ended up having to change it because of outrage, but it was widescreen instead of the traditional box. And it made it so that it stretched out the picture, and there were sight gags that were gone from the episodes. People were outraged. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's a real thing. And even more so, I think that you got to look at everything coming, even if you're like, well, these are antiquated, these bits of physical media, and nobody's using them anymore anyway. Sure, whatever. The same week that Best Buy is like, yeah, we're not going to have physical media anymore. Netflix is going, yeah, we're probably going to raise our rates to like $25 a month. Apple TV is going, we're going up from $5 to $10 a month. Like, every streaming service is upping their price as we're putting ourselves in a position where we've got no alternative besides streaming. I mean,
we're fucking ourselves.
Right. Because you're not seeing like what to me the bigger picture is. I mean, look.
Have you canceled anything? Are you close to canceling anything? How long are they going to stretch you thin before?
No, but honestly, like, and it's not even about if you got it, because if you broke, just say so. That's kind of the thing.
Just say that.
But like, no, there is a principle of it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if Netflix has been delivering to the point where they can start upping their prices. Like, I'm not watching.
I canceled Netflix.
You did cancel Netflix
2 months ago. Yeah.
And how's life been?
It was a tough one.
Yes. But it's the brand, right? I feel like Netflix's strength is so much the brand, but like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm watching the John Gotti doc series right now, but do I need to? Like, if I didn't have access to it, could I just find something else? Right? Like, I mean, if I got WWE and if I got YouTube TV, so I've got live TV and DVR still. I've got Max. Like, Max is actually a really good service. It was kind of complicated getting there, but it's got a ton of movies. It's got a ton of shows. It's got that naked dating show,
And it's got some live stuff too. It's got live sports and live news.
Peacock is a sleeper. People front on Peacock, but Peacock is a sleeper. You know, there's stuff there is. I mean, The Office is on Peacock. Five Nights and Freddy's is on Peacock. There's stuff on Peacock.
Notsam Wrestling.
Notsam Wrestling's on Peacock. Just look up Notsam on Peacock. I mean, look, Best Buy has had a abysmal selection of physical media for a while now. There was a time when it used to be half the store. Like half the store was just racks and racks of Blu Rays and DVDs. But that was also a time when people, like everybody, just built these insanely large DVD collections. People don't really do that anymore. I mean, I get it. I just don't know what Best Buy's plan is. Like, I feel like they should have leaned in and gone like, we will be an alternative to the streamers. We're going to have everything. Like, we'll still have all the cameras. We'll still have all the phones. We'll still have everything. But if we can push the fact that we're an alternative to streamers, that you can come in here and get a DVD player, get a Blu-ray player, hell, get a VCR, throw some VHS tapes in there, like put it
some things retro. Yeah.
Imagine Best Buy had a nostalgia section, right? Imagine they built a fake Blockbuster and you could go in and buy a VCR for $150 and buy like Jaws on VHS. You know, would millions and millions and millions of people do it? No. But would there be enough of us like 40 and 30-year-olds that can't let go of our past that would do it? 1,000%. I still got a VCR hooked up. Look. I'm not kidding. Look, they're in plastic and they're new. I got Castle Freak on VHS. Dope. You know what I got? I loved this product when it came out. Slammiversary 2021, Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan, double VHS set.
That's dope.
Because Impact put out a show in 2021 on VHS. I'm like, how do you not get this? Right?
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. The more companies should just like do collector's edition, like collectible VHS of like their movies or whatever it is, and that could be like a little market.
Yeah.
And then you could gotta raise the price up a little bit, maybe like $100 for a VHS, because now it's like a hobby. I mean, if you want, but
do it for $40, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like they're that expensive to produce, or $40. But yeah, I mean, I just feel like they're doomed. Like, what are you gonna go to Best Buy for a phone? You're not getting your phone at Best Buy.
Yeah, let me think. Because I used to be a loyal Best Buy guy, and then I kind of just shifted over to B&H. But
I mean, that's because you're in Manhattan, you're in the city, right? There B&H isn't everywhere, but like, you know, I mean. The thing about going into a Best Buy store is like, because they're not even going to sell the stuff online. Like, they're not going to sell the physical media on BestBuy.com. Nothing.
That's silly.
Yeah. So it's like, if you're not like a throwback, hey, we still have this stuff store, what are you? Like, how often are people buying TVs? Once every 3 years at most?
Like, what are you? Yeah, right. Like, what are you shifting to? What are you shifting to then?
And who's popping in to just grab something real quick? Like, who's browsing? What's there to window shop?
Everything's on. Do you want a window shop? Is online. Window shop there.
Exactly.
It's very odd. Yeah, I feel like the only thing I would even think about going to Best Buy for is if a new console just launched and I was gonna go get it in person the same day.
Sure.
Maybe Best Buy. And even then, it might be GameStop, because there's a few of those.
Right, exactly. There's already specialty stores. And I mean, I've been going to specialty stores for physical media for a long time now. I go up to the archive in way up in Connecticut. It's great. It's got all kinds of obscure shit. It's awesome. And yeah, I mean, I guess hopefully more of those local physical media video stores will start popping up, because you got to have an alternative, man.
There'll be a demand for it. There'll be stores that pop. Like, I know, I mean, the hipsters in Brooklyn, I know, or whatever, but you know, you walk around there and you see a lot of retro shops, like mom and pop shops that are relatively new, that are just selling all these old stuff. So if they're not going to do it, someone's going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man.